And what's going on, good people? We're back here working on a weekend like usual. And of course, we're always working on a weekday. It's the intersection of sports and gaming, folks. That's right. ISG, we got basketball tonight. If it's a Thursday night, that means we're talking hoops. On Tuesday, it's all about football, but we got a couple of the better 2K players in the world playing for cash. It's a money game. Winner gets 80% of the money as we get you set for the NBA weekend. Also, the NCAA Tournament is underway. We're going to talk about hoops tonight right here live from 902 Brewing Company in Jersey City. It's ISG, intersection of sports and gaming, basketball, right here live on Valley Live Stadium Sports Network, Watch Stadium Sports app, Twitch, YouTube, and also on Twitter as well. All right, let's come inside here, folks. Larry Ridley here, CBS Sports, Madden NFL, CFB League, a little 2K Association. It's good to be back with you guys. We saw you guys on Tuesday night. We were at Fat Bastard and Sons, still one of my favorite names in all of pizza. But tonight, very special night. We're going to be here tonight and also on Tuesday night as well. We're here at 902 Brewing Company here in Jersey City. Beautiful place here, man. You're talking about, look at the bright tanks there, man. That's what I'm talking about here. It's just a great place here. 902 Brewing Company, 101 Pacific Avenue in Jersey City. A craft brewery here in Jersey City producing ales and lagers, handcrafted beers, and the best atmosphere you can find. And it's also curated with good times, folks. Made right here in Jersey City. Man, they've got the spacious tap room. It hosts a bunch of events, a variety of events. Got yoga, live dancing, comedians, local DJs. They got cigars and beer night tonight. And we got the NCAA tournament going on. Also got a rooftop as well. Shout out to Don, the owner here at 902 Brewing Company, hosting us for ISG Basketball here live on a Thursday night here at 902 Brewing Company in Jersey City. All right, let me go ahead and bring in my brother, my player partner. My brother from another mother. There he is, Nubyjas Wilborn from Sports Illustrated and SI.com. He's in Pittsburgh. It's the confluence. The confluence. Those three rivers are, kind sir. Once again, tell us.
Yeah, the Allegheny, the Monongahela, and they combine to form the Ohio.
Close.
Monongahela.
Once again.
Monongahela. Yeah.
One more time for the people at home. Monongahela, that's right.
There we go.
For the people in the back. That's right.
Yeah.
The confluence, man. The three rivers, man.
They combined to form the Ohio. You know.
There you go. There you go.
All
good. Everything good in PA, man?
Man, you know, can't complain, man. Went down to check out the Pitt Panthers for a little bit today. Spring football. Didn't quite feel like spring yet, but you know how they do it. They had to go indoors today for a little bit of rain, but yeah, we're here. And tournament time, man.
Back in the day, we called those IPFs, indoor practice facilities. So
there you go.
Absolutely, yes. Gotta love the indoor facility there. You ready to get this thing started? Talk a little 2K, got a money game, and get this thing set with the NBA action and also NCAA tournament action as we speak. You ready?
Let's chase the bag, man. Let's go.
Let's do it, man. Let's take a look at the rules real quickly here for the ISG Basketball, intersection of sports and gaming here. Hall of Fame is the mode, their competitive rules. 1v1 current rosters, we like to call those regs. All 30 NBA teams are available. 5-minute quarters, king of the hill format. Whoever wins tonight stays on the sticks for next week. And right now we do have a champion. His name is Reezy. How about the pricing here as we go over that real quickly? Weekly total cash prize pool, $50 guaranteed. The winner gets $40. The runner-up gets $10. And the player that wins 4 straight weeks gets an NBA licensed zip chair. Folks, go to ZipChair.com. They literally make the best gaming chairs in the world. Also do office furniture, gaming desks, sofas, you name it, stools, desk, all that good stuff. They got all the NFL teams, NBA, Major League Baseball, NHL, MLS, also NCAA inspired in college zip chairs as well, and also all of your custom pieces as well. Check them out online, ZipChair.com. Shout out to Tina Altadonna, my girl down there, man, doing some great things on Long Island at ZipChair, the marketing coordinator for ZipChair. All right, real quickly, let's take a look at the bracket. There's no bracket. This week's matchup, that's a bracket. It's a matchup. That's what it is. JustZyrell playing with Minnesota against MustBeReezy. He is so far the king of the hill, and he's playing with my beloved C's. So it'll be Wolves against Celtics. And we'll be talking about the Celtics later in the show. Just got sold for $6.1 billion today. All right, let's take a look real quickly at the profiles of these two young men. And first, we'll start with our guy, and that would be JustZyrell playing with the Wolves. And there he is, JustZyrell Revels. We're going to revel in victory. That's what he wants to do. He's 23 years of age. He's from Ohio, Columbus, home of the 2024 4, I guess we can call them that, national champions, Ohio State Buckeyes. He's in stadium operations, and he's a 2K25 Playmakers Tournament finalist, one of his highlights there. So a shout out to Tyrell making his first crusade here on the streaming and the tube. He'll be going up against MustBeReezy, Leon Fitzgerald. Oh, Fitzy from Cypress, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas. He's a little older, 26 years of age. He's at the peak of his powers. It's going to be coming down, Breezy. Once you get 25, 26, there's nowhere to go but down, brother. He's in Echo Tech, wicked smart, doing some great things there in the medical field. Pro-level tournament quarterfinalist, and he is, of course, the reigning king of the hill. How about the Molly Pop standings? Molly Pop grapes as sweet as candy. Molly Pop taking a world by sweet storm with the pink bag promise. Folks, if you see that pink bag in your grocery stores, you got to understand that you're getting high-quality produce. Got about 20 different varieties of grapes. Also online now, coming online, they got the pressed juices, man. Going to be introducing you guys to that on Tuesday, and we'll be back here live from 902 Brewing Company. They're the Molly Pop picks. MollyPopGrapes.com, grapes sweet as candy. I'm undefeated. I don't know if it'll stay that way forever, but damn it, right now, I am undefeated. Can't tell me nothing. Nubyjas, Wilborn, Andrea, Richmond, bringing up the rear. We call that bottom feeding. All right, let's go ahead and bring in everybody. We'll start with my girl. There she is. Peace up, A down. She's in the A-Town. Andrea Richmond, esports caster and sportscaster extraordinaire. You saw the brackets behind her a little while ago.
Yeah.
Andrea, are you in the war room? Where the hell you been? It's like, are you sequestered? What's going on here?
Man, it's been a whirlwind right now. Right now, I'm resetting my brackets because obviously we have March Madness coming up. And I actually have a bone to pick with you with the bottom feeding line, but it's okay. Starting from the bottom. Now
where you at?
Okay?
Where you at? Where you at?
We are in Atlanta right now.
No. I'm in the standings. Where are you?
Oh, in my standings? Where am I right now?
No. In the Molly Pop standings in this league right now, where are you?
Started from the bottom.
So basically, you're saying I'm telling the truth. There's no lies. Is that what you're saying?
I was gonna say, but in Atlanta, bottom
on
feeding.
my way up. Come on.
I was saying bottom feeding could be perceived a lot of different ways in Atlanta. So.
Exactly.
Oh, it's got multiple connotations. That's why I said it. Take it how you want it.
You have to really
crazy.
be
Not
careful.
just sitting around the corner. Okay.
I know. That's all good.
There's a lot of stuff around here. Okay.
No, I said on TV, like I've literally said it on national TV. Like I'll say bottom feeding. I mean, if you're at the bottom of the standings, you're bottom feeding.
Yeah.
I mean, it's other connotations. I get it.
You know, catfish is also a bottom feeder, and guess what? Everybody loves catfish. So you know, come on.
You're getting catfish though. Which
Stick your hand in their mouth.
In Atlanta.
Oh God, that's the second thing. We're doing too many double entendres, triple entendres.
I'm gonna leave the ALO, man. Shout out to my good friends here at 902 Gaming, man. 902 Brewing Company, with our Hurley's Hoops right here, man. That's the legendary Bob Hurley Sr., man. The Amber Lager as well. Shout out to Don and guys there, man. The Hurleys, man. He was just here on Sunday, by the way. Of course, you know Bobby Hurley and Dan Hurley, back-to-back national titles at UConn. He's their father. So, of course, big family here in New Jersey. But go ahead, Andrew. Who you got?
Yeah. Well, right now, my positioning in the rankings makes me want to hurl. No relation to Hurley's. Hurley's delicious. It makes me want to hurl, though. So I'm going to go ahead and choose who I didn't the other day. I'm going with, he was playing with Boston, I believe, right? I'm going with Boston. I'm going with the C's. We riding the C's bandwagon right now, okay? We're going to go ahead and pick Reezy. We're going with the Celtics. And hopefully I can get outside my Atlanta allegiance. I don't know. The catfish allegiance, who knows? Whatever I'm talking about.
All right, I got you. Nubyjas, who you rolling with? You going with Reezy or you going with Tyrell? C's and Wolves, respectively.
Gotta stay away from that catfish, man. You end up bottom feeding in some bad ways, man.
Can't use those terms.
Man, you know, I did pick her against Reezy last time.
You did. You learned your lesson.
It wasn't a good choice. You know what I'm saying? At that time, he played.
Excuse me, for I did not understand, and I'm not familiar with your game.
Yeah. And you know, I think there's a guy who lethal shooter is what'd you say? I understand it now.
I understand it now. I get it now. I understand.
And
Leave it.
I do. And I do understand. And I'm gonna still go with Zyrell though.
Wow, you are bugging, bro. You are wilding on a Thursday night. What's going on in Pittsburgh? Are you okay?
Who gonna check me? Who gonna check me?
You got to come to Jersey, man. Hey, when you guys come, we're going to go all my spots, especially Flamingos. We'll be there next Thursday. The sports bar and gentlemen's club. That's going to be fun. So, yeah. I'm not making it rain. Unless they give me some more.
I was going to say something there, but I'm just going to let that.
I'm not making it rain.
Bottom feeding. That's all you can say.
We used to call it the shoe show back in the day.
So, okay, I am going, of course. I got my Celtics sweater, hoodie on. I'm going to take Reezy and the C's. So give me Reezy to go back to back, and that'll be halfway to a chair. So give me Reezy and the C's. All right, Andrew, you'll be conducting the interview tonight. You'll be talking to the winner at the conclusion of the game. Reezy and Boston. Tyrell and Minnesota. That'd be the Wolves against the C's. Let's do it, guys. Lock it up. Let's play live right here from 902 Brewing Company and live on Valley Live and Stadium Sports Network. Watch Stadium Sports app, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. Guys, good luck. Lock it up. Play it out. And may the best man win. Heard it. Hoops, baby. Amber Lager. What are they playing? How they playing in Minnesota when Tyrell's the winner?
Hey, man.
I like it. Switch it up. No, that's cool. Target Center, man. Here we go. First of all, as we set it up here, the boss is right below me, of course, writer for SI.com. Reezy, second from the bottom there with the glasses on. He's playing with the Celtics. He's in green and down now 2-0. Tyrell playing with the Wolves, the young Thundercat, with the lead up 2-0. Tyrell, brother of ZyrRell. Well, it's Zy, but it's okay. We'll call it ZyrRell. Zy. Okay.
You got 1 rail, 2 rails, 3 rails, and ZyrRell.
And he's the brother of Kyle L, right? He's basically one of those Supermen, right?
Two rail. That whole family is 2 rail. 2 rail going on there.
Shout out to RIP to Gene Hackman. Real talk. RIP to Gene Hackman. Died a couple of weeks ago. So that first quarter, guys, actually the pregame show brought to you by our good friends at Fat Bastard and Sons. We were just there on Tuesday night, Fat Bastard and Sons, restaurant and lounge, folks. And man, with a name like that, you already know they got some good food. With a name like FB and Sons, Fat Bastard and Sons, family-owned business. Been around for about 40 years, since 1985, guys. Bring you the best pizza around. They've also got a full bar. They just got a great passion for great food and excellent service. They do a great job there. I mean, they got burgers, pizza, you name it, spaghetti, Italian food. It's all there. Great lounge as well. And also the drinks, man, happy hour Monday through Friday from 5 to 8 p.m. Check them out online, fatbastardandSons.com. We're back here live at 902 Brewery here in Jersey City. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Talk some National Basketball Association. One of the top stories last couple of weeks has been, of course, the star of the NBA, the face of the NBA, the star of the Lakers. That would be Luka and also LeBron James. LeBron James, of course, got hurt. I believe that was March the 8th, almost a couple of weeks ago to the day, about 12 days ago, against the Celtics on a Saturday night. Injured or groin, was going to be out 1 to 2 weeks. They would reevaluate him. He was reevaluated, got back on the court, did some working out earlier this week. Now they're saying he's going to be out at least another week, so potentially back next week. They did lose 4 straight, but they have won 2 in a row. Your thoughts here, Nubyjas, on LeBron being out a weekend. What do you see the Lakers this season? Where do you think they finish here with about 12, 13, 14 games left? I've got them finishing 4th or 5th.
I mean, we'll see what happens with this injury, they call it, if you will.
Well, you said he's just 40. It's age-related.
Load management, baby.
I'm just
age
saying,
management.
Age management.
Listen, never mind. I was gonna say it. Do we know if he's taking any flights?
Oh boy.
Okay.
All right, Dan Le Batard. Okay, Dan Le Batard.
Germany, baby. Germany, baby.
You're being a turd right now, Le Batard.
I am only asking a question. I am just saying, allegedly, he puts $1 million in his body, but we have not actually seen the receipts as to where that money is spent. We just know he spent.
What happened to innocent until proven guilty? Come on.
I didn't say he was guilty of anything. I'm just asking questions.
If any mysterious package comes to his door, I'm just saying.
I mean, hey, didn't they close Balco? Like, what do you?
I don't know.
It's like the 90s and early 2000s. What are you talking about?
Is Greg Conti out of jail yet? I mean,
yeah, wild for real.
Barry Bond's still outside.
Stop the slander, guys. I want to keep my show. Stop the slander now.
I'm just saying, we'll see what happens here. But I mean, look, the Lakers at their best, I believe, can win a championship. I believe LeBron and Luka, their combination together, they can absolutely win the West. They can absolutely win a championship if he's healthy. Now, the reality of it is, listen, man, the man, got 20-something years in the league? That's a lot to ask. It's still, we've never seen someone.
50K as well, 50,000 points. Go ahead.
Yeah, we've never seen someone with the longevity that LeBron has had. You know what I'm saying? Now, MJ's still my GOAT.
Yes.
But you got to remember, there was that 3-year period where MJ was playing baseball and, well, there's other things people believe, depending on what you believe.
Right.
What he was doing with that time. But nonetheless, he took some significant time off.
It was like a year and a half, 2 years. It wasn't 3, but I got you. Because they won in 91, 92, 93.
Right. And then he had the
Rockets, 94, 95, and they came back and had another three-peat, 96, 97, 98.
Yeah, 2.5, somewhere in there. But anyway, point is, LeBron has done this consecutively for all these years, all those finals appearances, all those deep playoff runs. He's also been, 3-4 Olympic runs. You know what I'm saying? LeBron has done a lot for the game. So
4 and 6 in 10 finals.
Hey, man, 10 finals is a lot of finals, man.
That is.
That's a lot of finals. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of them.
That is.
Now it's a lot of L's, but it's still 4 wins as well.
There's a few in there.
My point of all this is, if LeBron really wants a rest, who am I to say that LeBron don't deserve a rest?
Gotcha. Okay,
we'll make the jokes or whatever, but when the playoffs hit and they're healthy, I don't see why they cannot win the West, and I don't see why they cannot win a championship this season.
Andrew, you think the Lakers can win it all? Where do you think they finish heading into the postseason?
Matchups. It's all dependent on matchups.
Absolutely.
Right? Because if you would have told me a couple years ago that the Warriors team that didn't have any size down low was going to win, and then Giannis was on the other side, I would have called you crazy. But Giannis wasn't on the other side because the Celtics ended up being in the finals, and then boom, what happens, right? So if they run into a team like the Nuggets, I'm not sure. But if things are favorable and they end up going against somebody like the Warriors, then I'm feeling that a little bit better, right?
Gotcha.
But I will say this, in terms of their standings should be pretty good. Unfortunately, they have taken a lot of L's and ironically put them back in the same situation that they were earlier in the year. Where
they're in the middle of 6 games, 6 games in 8 days too. So it's gonna be tough.
It was a lot of games, and honestly, there's a lot of adjustment replacing somebody like LeBron James, right? You have to adjust a lot, but ironically, in the same situation where you have one heliocentric superstar and they have to carry the load, but Luke's 25, he can carry it a little bit better. I still think that they're going to be top 3 in the West, but like Nubyjas said, LeBron sitting out isn't totally detrimental. As long as they can keep on getting a couple more cheap wins, they should be fine. But sooner rather than later, especially how deep the West is, you're going to have to show up again. Hopefully it's not more than another week.
Yeah, when they got Luka, they were I believe 5th or 6th, right? So they got up to 2nd. Now they're kind of in the middle, 4th and 5th. I think that's where they'll finish, so somewhere in between. We'll keep an eye on the Lakers. LeBron hopefully back sometime next week. Definitely in the next week to 10 days. We'll keep an eye on that. He's back on the court. We're back here live at 902 Brewing Company here in Jersey City. That first quarter, we got a lead here, 16-10 by Reezy with the glasses on. He's got the lead playing with the Celtics over Zyrell playing with the Wolves at the bottom of the screen there. 6-point lead. That first quarter brought to you by our good friends at Black Seed Brothers. And you can check them out online, myhealthstation.org. Shout out to I'm thinking about Tyrell, who's the owner of My Health Station, Black Seed Brothers, and his beautiful wife doing a great job trying to make people have some healthy choices out there in Harlem and all throughout New York City. Folks, I need you to welcome yourself to Harlem's sweet slice of black-seeded watermelons, each seed rooted in history, and it's rooted in down south, southern history as well, and it's packed with health and filled with happiness. Black Seed Brothers, of course, bringing you the community their favorite natural southern sweets. And their health stations on wheels. You can see them there. Look like food trucks. There are health stations on wheels. And you can find them at 139th Street and Lenox Avenue. And they're open 24 hours a day. Shout out to those guys. MyHealthStation.org. Black Seed Brothers with sweet treats and natural southern sweets there. All right, we're back live at 902. Brewing Company here in Jersey City. Got a 19-12 ball game here in the second quarter. Reezy, the defending champ, the king of the hill so far with the lead over Zyrell playing with the Wolves. All right, back to the NBA. We were just talking about it, or you were, Andrew. How about the Golden State Warriors? Got Jimmy Butler in the trade deadline last month, and all they've done is go 15-2, something like that, with Jimmy Butler in the, not 15-2, 13-2 with Jimmy Butler. Warriors are playing great ball right now, playing better defensively. Steph Curry can rest, and now Jimmy Butler can play. They won without Steph Curry a couple days ago. Are the Warriors contenders now with Jimmy Butler? When I say contenders, getting at least to a conference final. We'll start with you, Andrew.
Oh, going to a conference final. Yeah, I could see that happening. Obviously, the most important thing is letting Steph rest.
It went from 10th to 6th, too, by the way. Go ahead.
Yeah, the second most important thing, having players like B-Pods and everything, and also Buddy Hield start to light it up. That also helped as well. But probably it should have been the second most important thing, probably is having another superstar that can not only play defense, but then also score the ball. And shout out to Clay. Obviously, time had started to catch up with him. And it sucks that he couldn't be as effective as he was the last couple of years coming off that Achilles. But Jimmy revitalizes a little bit more, a little change in pace in this Warriors team. And I think it fits them going into older age, right? Because they were high pace. They were shooting threes all over the place. They were a really quick up-tempo team. Now you have somebody like Jimmy who can work better in the half court. You still allow somebody else who can score in the half court when Steph Curry just is getting hounded. But then you also have somebody who can rebound effectively, can play inside effectively, right? And that's something that the Warriors haven't had in a while when it comes to that position in the shooting guard position, right? So
since Prime Clay.
Since Prime Clay, and Prime Clay even going in the trees was a little bit, a little weird.
Adventurous.
Right? So this is revitalize them in 20 different million ways. Players are stepping up more. I love this move by the Warriors. I think that they can hit the conference championship, and who knows, if matchups are right, maybe they can end up going to the finals.
Nubyjas, your thoughts here on the Dubs? Like I said, they went from 10th, 11th or 10th to now 6th within a game or two of the top 4. Your thoughts here on the Warriors, man, with Jimmy Butler, man, balling right now 13-2 with Jimmy Buckets.
I mean, Jimmy Butler just got there, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's still on good behavior. You know
well, and he got paid. He got his money. He got a 2-year deal over $100 million. He got his money. Got the extension.
Jimmy Butler is about well behaved for about 1, maybe 2 seasons. Before you start demanding too much, before you start asking for trades and, going off in practice. I also think this is the first time he has a player that he can actually defer to in Steph Curry.
Right.
Yeah.
Someone who can actually tell him, no. You sit down and shut the blank up.
Yeah, because Steph can show those 4 rings. Like, I know what I'm talking about.
Right. And Jimmy, as great as he is, and let's talk about playoff Jimmy.
Right.
Jimmy's got an empty ring hand, just like, you know what I'm saying, bridesmaid, basically. You know what I'm saying? He has not gotten there yet. I mean, respect to Jimmy, excellent player. I think in some ways he still can be underrated, but hey, they got something cooking right now in Golden State, man. They have a chance to really be interesting. The West is going to be exciting. How much would you pay to see a Lakers Warriors playoff series?
Oh my
or I was going to say Lakers Cavs. With LeBron,
I think just in the
Lakers Celtics. Yeah, just in West. Oh, absolutely. Love that.
Yeah,
love
that. Like Lakers Warriors, with LeBron, Steph, with Cole. Look, hey man, I would love to cover that series. You know what I'm saying?
But a real quick thing, Nubyjas, you talked about like Jimmy acting up. Will he really do that in this team? Because his biggest complaint wasn't that, his biggest complaint that there weren't dogs on the roster. When you have Steph Curry, you have Draymond. I don't think he's ever
he respects Draymond. He just talked about him last night about how Draymond, how he just infuses that team with some toughness. Go ahead, real quick. 10 seconds about the guys.
All I'm saying is everywhere he's been, he's acted up at some point. Yeah. Maybe this will be the place where it's.
But he did get paid. He got his money, so he got 40 or 50 million this year, and then 2 more years at $100+ million.
Let's come back to this 2 years from now.
There you go. I think that's.
I need to see it. I need to see it.
That's all I'm saying.
We'll keep our eyes on the Dubs, and I was right. 15-2 since Jimmy Butler's been there. I thought I shorted him a couple of games. So shout out to the Warriors balling, moving up the standings there in the Western Conference. We got a 12-point lead here. It was tied at 7 at one point. So are you looking at a 25-13 run here by Reezy with the Celtics got a lead here in the third quarter. That second quarter brought to you by our good friends at El Aguila Dorado Restaurant. You can check them out online. There they are. AguilarDoradoRestaurant.com. The Golden Eagle. It has landed in my town where I live, where I trap. Bayonne, New Jersey there, man. Right off Broadway and Midtown, man. We're talking about authentic Mexican restaurant. Great vibes, great environment there. The libations are always flowing. Happy hour Monday through Friday from 2 to 5 p.m. No, 2 to 6 p.m. I think is what it is. Happy hour there. And also the mariachi shows on Tuesday. Got the patio as well. And do a great job there, man. DJs on Fridays and Saturdays. Also Latin nights on the weekends as well. Shout out to the good folks there at El Aguilar Dorado Restaurant. AguilarDoradoRestaurant.com, the Golden Eagle. It's landed there in Bayonne, New Jersey. We're back here live at 902 Brewing Company here in Jersey City. And man, we're talking about craft brewery in Jersey City, producing ales and lagers, handcrafted beers, and we're talking about the best environment. Look at this, folks. It's been lit in here. Then tonight, there's a lot of young ladies in here, a lot of old guys, old ladies, young guys. It's they got cigars and beer here tonight, man. And they've got all the different types of beers that you want here, all the lagers, all the beers. And you can see those big tanks back there as well. Those are the bright tanks back there, man. Don doing a great job here with 902 Brewing Company. All right, let's get back into the NBA here. Larry Ridley, CBS Sports Bat Info, CFB League. Got Nubyjas, Wilborn, Andrea, Richmond. Reezy down there with the glasses on. He's got a lead by 13 now playing with the C's. Zyrell playing with the Wolves, bottom right-hand corner of the screen. Got a little work to do. All right, back to the NBA. Big story that I want to talk about is in the WNBA. All right, we've seen this before, right? Cameron Brink came out on her podcast the other day. So the LA Sparks put out a flyer saying that they're looking for male practice players. Cameron Brink, of course, plays with the Sparks, was a rookie last year, got hurt, tore ACL, coming back this year. She was on our podcast, I believe with Steph Curry's sister as well. And she was like, I think this is a little icky because of the comments that some of the guys are making on the post, of course. Would love Cameron Brink to back me down, Rickea Jackson, all that good stuff. Want to get you in here, Andrew Richmond. Your thoughts here on Cameron Brink talking about being uncomfortable practicing against men. She said it was icky and she would not rebound. Preferably, she'd like to have some gay men if they were going to have men there. Now, this dates back a long time, folks. You think about Pat Summitt, University of Tennessee great. She started using male practice players, I believe when she got to Tennessee in Knoxville, 1974. Your thoughts here, Andrew?
So I just want to make it clear for the record, period, that women's basketball players, once you start to get to the collegiate level, most of the players that they're playing against, the scout players, are male basketball players,
yes.
Right? And that
bigger, faster, stronger. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and that continues all the way through the professionals, right? Cam Brink's problem is bringing in random people from the street and not necessarily vetting what their history is, and not only that, too, people talking about what they would do or the opportunity that they would have to talk or to play with Cameron Brink. And honestly, most of it was just sexual harassment or assault, just disguised in different ways. Unfortunately, I don't think a lot of people understand just how wicked and sick comments are towards women's basketball players that simply aren't reserved for male players, right? Unfortunately, it's about to be March Madness time. A little factoid about March Madness is that everybody receives hate, but the hate that women get is 3 times more than their male counterparts, right? And across all sports in the NCAA, women's sports get particularly more hate, and also amplify that with harassment due to their gender, due to their sex, and also things like women, whether you feel like they deserve to play sports, or whether you feel like they should be platformed, or how you would sexualize them, and on and on and on and on. Unfortunately, there's a lot of things unique to women's athletes that male counterparts don't. So if you're on the surface and you're male and you're hearing about this, you're like, hey, play with guys, it don't matter. Like, what are you talking about? People can make jokes. No, the jokes, quote unquote, that women get are extremely terrible.
Over the line, vile and over the line. Yes.
I've seen people say, like, under professional, like, not college players, talking about they want to Jeffrey Dahmer a player. Like, it's that serious when it comes to women's sports.
Out of line. We don't need that.
Harassment. We don't need that. So I understand why Cameron Brink has that and reserves that. It's things that you can't joke about, unfortunately, because for all the people who are making lighthearted things, there are probably 3 times as many people who are being seriously concerning and threatening towards them as well. It's something I've researched a lot, and it needs to be talked about more.
And you're absolutely correct with that. Nubyjas, your thoughts here, jump in?
I don't have a lot of thoughts because I'm a dude. I'm a cishet man, so I try to keep this limited.
Right. And I'm a girl dad, so I'm just going to defer to my good friend Andrea Richmond. And there's no lie in what she said.
What I will say here is most of those dudes online,
they're trash to begin with. They don't represent everybody.
I would assume they're not going to be the men. Because again, I've covered enough college basketball to know a lot of these dudes who will play or practice players for these women teams. They take it very seriously. They respect those women. They treat those women the way they deserve to be treated. They don't sexualize them or anything of that nature. You know what I'm saying? And I do think it is possible for men to help practice with women if they're coming from a good place. I'm going to assume, again, and maybe this is my man brain here, and forgive me for that.
No mansplaining.
Yeah, I'm saying if I'm mansplaining or man-braining or whatever, if forgive me for that. If I am, I apologize.
Sure.
But I would assume that most of these dudes online aren't going to be the ones who are even good enough to even make one of these teams. But that being said, you cannot ignore her concerns.
Yep.
She already had some issues with things that have been said to her. So we just got to all be aware of it. You know what I'm saying? As far as her saying, preferably they're gay, that's a whole other thing. That is also a level of homophobia and some other things that I'd rather not get into.
Yep, we don't have time to get into that tonight. That's why I threw that comment in there. I was like, okay. But look,
there's
to be
a lot
fair,
you could go to.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different avenues and ways we can go. Absolutely. But to her point, as long as they're, vetting these guys, and it seems like the university will, not the university, but the pro team will do that.
I think
hope
so.
Yeah, you would hope so, right? Right. So
I would hope the pro team wouldn't have just dudes off the street, just any old dudes.
Hey man, let me just go and play pickup.
I would assume these men are like former college or pro basketball players.
And I will say this:
looking for some extra money. That's
guys do get some stuff, and I've received some of it as well. Not nearly as much as some of these other guys, but I guess we can just laugh it off, right? When you're sort of, attacked or whatever. So it's a little different. But I'm not making it seem like it's the same. But there's some women out there that they're a little aggressive. You know what I'm saying? But I always lean towards protecting women. Guys, we just got to figure it out. That's just how I'm old school like that. Guys, I always tell Kevin, there's no such thing as WIC, right? There's no men. there's no such thing as MIC. There's no men, infant, and children. So guys, figure it out. Women, we're going to protect them. As long as there's guys like me on this earth. So I'm with you on that one, Andrew.
The MIC might be coming, though, Larry.
You never know.
In this economy?
I'm about to say, it might be coming, bro.
Hey, I swear they told me things were going to be good real fast. That's what I was told. That's what I was told. Day one. We're going to let that one slide, though. Let's go ahead. Got a 16-point lead here by Breezy. Looks like he's going to get this thing in and win here. That third quarter brought to you by good friends there at Palanto Bakery. Real quickly, got to get a sponsor in here. They're located in Broadway, in Bayonne on Broadway, 387 Broadway, in Bayonne, New Jersey. Folks, you got to go there and taste their delicious pastries, man. Look at all that. They got donuts. They got everything, cookies. It's all there. They've been in business for about 20 years there, serving the Bayonne area. They got the finest in cakes, and I'm talking about right there. The carrot cake is probably my favorite there. Got all sorts of pastries, cookies, cannolis, and cupcakes. Check them out online. The address is there, 387 Broadway. Give them a call, 201-339-9001. Once again, our good friends there at Palanto Bakery. Give them a call, 201-339-9001. All right, back out here live. Here at 902 Brewing Company. Let's go ahead and get this last couple topics in here real quick, guys. Celtics had a sale, went through this morning, the highest ever in North American sports history. With Grossbeck and those guys, they won the title last year with the Celtics. He said he was going to sell them. It was going to be like a sort of two-tiered process. Sell about half of it now, 51%. The other half in about 3 years, he's going to remain the governor there and sort of run the Celtics. They're sold for $6.1 billion. That is a record, I guess, surpassing the Commanders a couple of years ago at 6.05. We've seen other NBA teams, Mavs and Bucks, the last couple of years. They didn't go for nearly this much. Phoenix, I believe, $4 million. Bucks, $3.5. Mavs, about $3 million. Celtics are a marquee franchise. I think they were valued around 5.6. So they went over that. Are your thoughts, Nubyjas, on the green team going for $6 billion?
All right, they sold this to a guy who made his money in private equity, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
What's his name? Bill, right? Bill Chisholm, right?
Yeah. Show me a time in which private equities made anything better.
Never.
I mean, I'm serious. Show me in any instance where private equity has bought into something and the product got better.
Jump in there, Andrew. We got to make this quick. Go ahead. Jump in there too. Both of you guys.
Private equity pretty much exists as a pump and dump to like make things actively worse, and then just you reap the benefit and the profit from it. So I'd be worried if I'm a Celtics fan because only bad things come from private equity. Like
also, this is a very dangerous sign in sports, man. When these private equity firms start buying in, because they're going to start buying into college sports too.
They are.
Which is a whole other conversation there with the NIL and everything, because the money's got to come from somewhere as the money keeps going. But private equity don't never do no good by nobody.
And I will say this as somebody, esports has collapsed in part because of private equity. So I would just say all the other sports things, ban it. The WNBA did a good job in banning it. More leagues do the same thing.
I know the NFL's looking at it too. Right now, I don't think it's fully you can fully invest with private equity, but what else are you going to do? I mean, these evaluations are going up. These teams are worth a lot of money, and
I mean,
there's only so many billionaires. How many billionaires are in the United States?
Not many.
Maybe 3,000 or 4,000.
And there's only so much money in the world.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, of course, we could get into how they have all the money, and we'll probably depress a lot of people if we got into the economics of it all. So we're not going to go there. But the point is, I'd be nervous about this. I'm going to keep my eyes on this as an observer of sports because I don't think this is going to end well. But we'll see. Maybe I'm wrong.
Andrew, you think? Well, you know what? He bought the Celtics in 2002 for like $360 million, and Reezy did get the win there playing with the Celtics, and he sold it for $6.1 billion. You look at Jerry Jones, bought the Cowboys for less than what, $200 million? They're worth about $10 billion. Like, that's a good investment.
I mean, yes, it's great investments, but that's why I'm worried because like a normal person would see this and then sit on the seed versus like a private equity firm just wants to make it worse so you can just get some more money. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, there's only a limit to how much money there is in the world. So you're asking where can these companies go? Not this direction. I'll tell you that. Okay, if I want to invest my money, I want to make sure my product is good, which is a concern already in the NBA. I wouldn't go this direction. Personally.
Can you corner the tickets or like they do for like apparently you can like corner your lunch now on DoorDash?
Oh gosh.
Sure.
Yes.
Well,
Alibaba pay, bro. For all the
I will say this, Grossbeck, like I said, he's going to remain as the governor for the next few years. $6.1 billion. Now, Chisholm he's a big Celtics fan. I think he's from Massachusetts or something like that. He's going to move and buy a house in Boston. Look, they're going to have to pay like almost $500 million in luxury tax next year to keep this team together.
To buy a house in Boston, he needs about $500 million to do
My
that
first
alone.
house in Boston, I paid almost $500 million, and that was in 2008.
Yeah, but see, you got that big money, though, Larry.
No, don't do that. I'm just saying it's expensive. Actually got a deal on it, man. I was during the housing crisis. Real quickly, SEC gets 14 teams. SEC 14 teams in the NCAA tournament. Deserved? I think so. Strongest conference. I think they won like 90% of their out-of-conference games, and they break the record. I think the Big East had it in 2011 when they had 11, so they shattered that. Now, the over-under, I believe, is somewhere around 19 and a half, so somewhere around 20 games combined. I don't know if they can win 20, though, because that's how random the NCAA tournament is combined. But I do think they deserved 14 teams. If I should real quick.
Texas already lost, right? And I think we saw who else lost. I know Texas lost.
Georgia lost.
Georgia
lost.
Got blasted by Gonzaga.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And right now, Missouri is down to Drake. Which, by the way, would be the first victory for Drake in at least a year.
And that would be an upset.
It'd be the first victory for anybody named Drake since Not Like Us came out. So, but they're up 7 on them right now as we
right.
As we're talking here.
And I knew Arkansas was down too. So I was like, you do the math, man. Just say half of them win in the first round, half of them win in the second round, half of them win in the third round.
Some of them are gonna play
you don't get
other.
the 20.
No.
Exactly. You don't get the 20.
I mean, look, man, they had a good season.
Absolutely. Well deserved.
I will say this. I think if you finish 14th in your conference, I don't care how good your conference is.
Yeah, but if you
not a tournament team.
But you finished 14th, you probably got 7 or 8 conference wins and probably 6 quad 1 wins. How you gonna keep it up?
I get it. And I'm an SEC guy. Look, I'm from the South. I'm an SEC guy.
Right.
I just don't know. I don't know. But anyway, they did it. So they did it.
This is what happens when you have super conferences, right? You can't divvy it out.
All the good teams are everywhere.
There's an unnatural allegiance to certain conferences over others, and this is the result of this. So good luck. Like you said, the NCAA tournament is so random. This really isn't going to matter for the SEC in the first place, but
Yeah.
I want to get both of you guys on the record. I think the over-under, seriously, for the SEC, combined wins in the NCAA tournament, 19.5. You going over or under? Right now, man, I might just take the under. And then it's got nothing to do with did they deserve 14 teams, because they did. I might take the under.
That's tough.
That's a tough one.
I'll go over. I mean, cause I think a couple of them will have runs.
After a half of a day, so far, you got one win.
Yeah, hey, well, there's a lot more days
in your pocket. So. That's true. But you already got 2 on the wayside, and maybe 2 more about to go out.
So hey, well, we'll see, man. I don't know. It's tough, but I will say this: the tournament results are not indicative of whether the team deserved to be in.
This is true.
Because it's a one game. Anything can happen in one game. The accumulation of injuries and all that. So I don't want people like, oh, well, they didn't deserve it because they, whatever.
No.
Same way, North Carolina didn't deserve to be in, but they may make a run.
Boy, dude, how about the AD Cunningham?
Yeah.
Bubba, $100,000?
Yeah. Hey, but also.
No wonder they're in.
Hey, but let's be real. Let's go past Bubba. I bet you CBS and TNT and Max and all them people, if you ask them.
Leave my people alone. I get a check from Paramount. Tread lightly.
Tread lightly. But I'm saying.
Now go ahead.
But if you like your check and you want it to be more,
right.
If you had to pick between North Carolina
and
West Virginia, which one would you take?
I'm taking North CAC. Exactly. I'm going down North CAC.
Carolina because they're more popular national.
And I think they didn't they have like almost 5-6 million people watch the other day?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
So I think they broke the first 4 games.
First 4 game, yeah.
Which by the way is probably why they put them in the first 4 because people actually watched it.
And it worked. It was beautiful. All right, guys.
Because don't forget, the tournament is made for TV at the end of the day.
You never said over/under 19.5 total.
I'm going
wins.
over. I go over.
Okay.
If they do it, it's going to be barely. Andrew, your thoughts?
Under. I think Florida's going to be bounced. I don't think UK goes as much as long as you think.
Florida's going to get bounced. When?
Ooh, either Maryland or St. John's. I like.
Oh, we're gonna look at your Final Four picks. We're gonna look at yours.
Hey, I was rooting for Auburn to lose against Alabama State.
Dude, Alabama State had got it down to 1 and almost had an and 1. Missed 2 free throws at like 50. They were down like 9 with like 50 seconds left.
Like, that last second shot.
If Bama State would have found a way to win,
right?
Whatever y'all think about the Montgomery brawl, multiply it times 10.
Right. That would have been crazy. HBCU like that too as a 16 seed. I remember when who was it?
And they don't play each other.
It was Virginia, right? That lost. They lost to UMBC, right? Maryland, Baltimore County.
One time, yeah.
Yeah, one time.
Also, keep in mind they don't play each other for reasons.
Right. Well, the coach at Alabama State used to be an assistant.
Assistant at Auburn. Yep. Under Pearl. Yep.
Yeah. All right, guys. So let's move on. Congratulations to our guy here, Reezy, gets the win. That's 2 in a row for him. That fourth quarter brought to you by good friends at Jerky's. Check them out online, jerkysnj.com. And folks, we talked about Caribbean fusion, man. Yes, that'd be Jamaican fusion and Haitian fusion all together, man. Folks, it's time to level up your game. They're located right there in Elizabeth, 11 Main Street in Elizabeth, New Jersey. JerkysNJ.com, jerk chicken, chopped cheese, oxtails, griot, you name it. They've got it all right there, man. We talk about flavors colliding, folks. Rasta pasta fries. It's all there, man. They do a great job there at Jerky's NJ. Shout out to Stan and the good folks there at Jerky's. We'll be there in a couple of weeks. We were just there last week. JerkysNJ.com. All right, before we get out of here, let's go ahead and bring in my brother from another mother. There he is, Nubyjas Wilborn. So Nubyjas, it was a 7-7 ball game, and then I look up, and it was double digits pretty much the entire time after that. Reezy taking the bull by the horn and holding on towards the end.
Well, I take credit for his victory, so I picked against him. He definitely was pumped up to beat me again, which is
you're bottom feeding, dude. You're 0-2 now.
I'm bottom feeding.
That's a bottom feeder.
I must have inspired this young man here to continue to go on a victory, so I take full credit for his win.
Forgive me, I'm not familiar with your game.
With your game, sir. I'm gonna get familiar one day.
You better
keep pushing the wins.
All right, let's go ahead and bring the third member of our broadcast crew. She is a Rich. She's standing by with Reezy, playing with them C's, man. Green teamer, baby.
Ooh, man. Obviously, you play with the C's, and you said you have a couple teams up your arsenal. Why do you decide to go ahead and run it back with the C's? I know you like them; they're a top team, but you have a couple things in your arsenal. So why them?
You know, I just wanted to go ahead and finish this round with the C's real quick. At least get this 4 wins real quick. It'll be easy. I don't think I have trouble when I play with the C's. You know, start the game, I'm starting a little slow, but I was up at 17 at one point. So the C's gonna run it for a little bit.
C's gonna run it. You gonna run it a little bit. Obviously, we're changing up the format a little bit. King of the Hill, whoever wins keeps on running it back. We have another player in another league, our Madden league, who's got a lot of rings. Honestly, Reezy, do you like the sound, the ring, ring, ring sound of you continuously being interviewed by me again and again and again?
Yeah, let's do it. What's the how many rings he got?
He got 10 of them things.
That's what I'm trying to get to. That's what I'm trying to get to.
That means you got to win 40 in a row, bro.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'll get there.
He said.
Or it doesn't have to be in a row. It just has to be 40 to get the 10 chairs. So
yeah,
you think
I'll
he can
get
stack
there.
it up?
Huh?
I said, you think he could stack up 40 in a row?
Yeah, I could do it.
Ooh, I'm telling you, anybody else who hops on the stage, just know you have to go through Reezy potentially almost 40 times in a row. So hey,
I'm gonna start calling. Hey, let me get the 4 shot up here. Let's get the 4 shot up here. Was it Reezy F baby? Please save the baby. Is that what we're doing?
Yes.
Gotta say the baby, apparently.
Gotta save the baby, man. Reezy F baby. That's your new nickname. You like that, Reezy? Reezy F
I like
baby.
That. You can roll with that. You can roll with
that. Yo, it's weird with you, dude, because you're confident, but it's like a quiet confidence. Mm-hmm. It's not cocky. It almost works. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not over the top. Where does this come from? It is
just playing the game. I don't play with the top players, so I just know what I'm good at. I know who I could beat, and that's it. I just rock.
Yeah, you've been rocking, man. When you were down early in the game, and then it was tied at 7, that's when you went on that road. You got it up to like 16, 17, 18 points there. What was the difference for you? What turned things around for you? What did you find that actually started working for you?
Really with the C's, it's just about defense. Like, if I could play good defense turns to offense. So like, when I get stops, I could run the break, get easy points, find mismatches. When they put in their bench, I keep my starters in for a little bit, score on them, then put my bench in while their bench is in, and then kind of rock out like that. So that's how I got up to a high lead.
Gotcha, man. All right, dude. Well, we'll see you next Thursday, man. It's going to be fun, dude. We're going to be at a gentleman's club, a sports bar. So, man, you're going to have some girls that are going to be watching you, and no pressure. Going to have some beautiful women that'll be watching you, man. So good luck with that, man.
Take the C's again, okay?
Sharpen up your game.
Mm-hmm.
Got you.
Who are you going to roll with next week? Have you thought about it?
I told you, I'll roll with the C's. I'm going to finish these 4 games, roll with the C's, then I'll switch it up.
Why would you switch it up? Why would you switch it up?
Because I have my arsenal still. I did say I have my arsenal, my list of teams, and I can do it. And maybe I want to beat the C's, and maybe I want to see somebody play with them, and I beat them and be like, yeah, you see how my C's was different? Ooh. You know what I'm saying?
So
okay,
I love your
confidence.
I know. So okay, you said you got an arsenal. What's in your bag, man? Tell us. Give me your top 5 teams. Who do you play with? Top 3.
OKC, Celtics. Who else I got?
So say 2 is not an arsenal.
No.
That's a water gun.
No. Okay. I got Rockets.
Dual pistols,
I'm trying to think of all the teams. Lakers.
Okay.
Who else? Knicks.
Okay, you're gonna lose.
What? Yeah,
You
wait,
say
hold
I'm
on.
losing
Our
to Knicks?
team is just we are not.
He said Knicks. I'm like, all right, you ain't gonna win 4 in a row with no damn Knicks.
Come on.
You ain't gonna win 4 in a row with no damn Knicks. Don't do that.
So when I do it, then what?
Huh?
Okay, so now he's about to choose the Knicks. Now he's about to choose the Knicks, Larry.
Go ahead.
So when I do it, then what?
You're going to lose 4 in a row.
We'll go see.
Hey, you're going to lose 4 in a row. You're going to have to give a chair back.
Oh. He's only going to lose to 500 teams. Teams above 500. Okay.
Right. No, I'm just messing with you, man. Good stuff, man. Hey, man, so far, man, you're on fire, dude. And keep rocking out, man. We'll see you next weekend. Before we get out of here, folks, if you want to join our league, let's do the read here real quickly. Join our league here. Check us out, competeforever.com/2K Association. That's 2K ASSOC. 2K ASSOC. It's free entry, 13 and up, all online, can win cash and prizes. King of the Hill format, you win, you stay on the sticks, and we rotate new players each and every week to play against the defending champ. Once again, competeforever.com/2K Association. Also, before we get out of here, this post-game show brought to you by our good friends right here at 902 Brewing Company. You can catch them online. They're at 902 Brewing Company. Shout out to Don and the good folks here. Located right here in Jersey City, 101 Pacific Avenue, a craft brewery here in Jersey City, producing ales and lagers. You can see the big bright cans back there, man, the bright canisters back there, handcrafted beers and the best atmosphere. And you talk about curated good times. It's been a good time here with the cigars and the beers here. Made here in Jersey City. They got a spacious tap room, host a variety of different sort of events, yoga, live bands, comedians, local DJs, you name it. It's all right here. Also have the rooftop as well. And they're open Monday through Sunday as well, right here from noon to midnight, right here in Jersey City. 902brewingcompany.com. All right, before we get out of here, guys, Andrea, we're going to, you know what? We'll start with me. We're going to do our final 4 picks. We'll start with me. My final 4 picks are, and we'll put them up on the screen here. I've got Michigan State. I've got Florida, Alabama, and Kentucky. So 3 SEC teams in the final 4. Can you say Homer? And I'm not talking about Simpson.
Talking all that junk about the SEC, and then guess what, Larry? You betrayed yourself.
All right, Nubyjas. No, Andrew, you walk us through your. No, Nubyjas, walk us through your.
Andrew.
No, Nubyjas, go ahead.
All right. I mean, look, I think Auburn is going to come out of their bracket. It looked good
South?
Today. The South, I like St. John's. I think
New York City's on fire.
I think, first of all, there may not be a better basketball exiting coach
than Slick Rick.
Hey, man, Rick Pitino, he's got a lot of things going on.
Yeah.
But that man, a lot of things. But that man can coach basketball, okay? And I think
it'd be smart. He wears the white Armani suit. That's what he does.
Hey,
the whole time.
No, he saves that for the after party. Then you got Duke coming out. If Cooper Flag is healthy, I think they win their area. And then I like Houston a lot, man. I really like what they're doing. Kelvin Sampson's one of my favorite coaches, and I think this would be a fun Final Four to cover and be around. And I'm looking forward to being right.
All right, Andrew, what's your Final Four?
I'm not looking forward to being right. Well, I'm looking forward to be right because I am locked into the women's game. I have no idea what's going on in the men's game. So that means I have an advantage because I don't know what I'm talking about. And those always win, all right? I do know Auburn has been cooking, so go ahead and give me that, right? They're a team I like. Maryland and actually St. John's are 2 teams, and Duke. We're like 3 teams that I actually like kind of watch, right? But I just like Maryland a little bit more. Give me Dairy Queen all day, man. Dairy Queen, very fun, man.
Duke eats cool treats, baby.
Come on now, and he plays like that too. Baby Jokic, why not? Like Duke, Cooper Flag. Also shout out to Sheffield, my mom's co-worker's son. Shout out to him. And give me Tennessee. Why not? The Fighting Candace Parkers. They're good.
Volunteers, the fighting Jared Garantanos.
The fighting Jared Garantanos. Come on now.
Fighting
Ask me
Jay
why
Jesus.
women's picks, I have mentalities. I have choices. Men's picks, who knows, man.
Right. Well, it's going to be an exciting tournament, of course, man. We're going to see some upsets, and we're also going to see some chalk as well. That's what makes March special. Is this the best day in sports? Real quick before I let you guys go.
Yeah, this
single day.
2 days. Yeah, Thursday
2 days.
and Friday.
Well, actually, the whole weekend.
The whole weekend.
Actually, the whole weekend.
The whole weekend. Is my favorite.
We outside. We watching the game.
What's up?
We outside.
Nobody's doing any type of work right now. All they doing is watching the TV. All right, both sides.
Oh yeah, productivity is down in the United States.
Ooh,
on Thursday and Friday. It's like 0.
Save that for later, all right? Who needs
Yeah,
work?
we'll get back to work later, but right now, we're watching the games.
All right, good stuff, guys. Andrew, we'll see you on Tuesday. You good to go Tuesday?
I'm good to go Tuesday.
We're going to be right back here at 902 Brewing Company.
Yes, we are. Shout out Katie and shout out Roddy. Mm-hmm.
Yep. And Nubyjas, what you doing this weekend, man?
Hey, man, we're watching the games. We figured it out.
We'll see you next Thursday. We'll see you next Thursday from the Boom Boom Room. At no, not the Boom Boom Room.
I'm about to figure out a way to make that in person. Then, you know what I'm talking about.
Come on, I got a seat for you. Hey, I got a seat is right here, man. You can sit right next to me. Plop it right down. Absolutely.
Larry has to buy the stacks though. That's all.
I'm not buying any stacks. If someone wants to hand me a stack, go right ahead. But no, I'm not going to do that. All right, guys, it's been a great show. Shout out to Reezy, gets to win. Shout out to Zyrell, showed up and played, man. And, I'm sure we'll see him again in the next few weeks playing again. It's he gets another shot, another crack at the King of the Hill. But that'll do it here live from 902 Brewing Company here in Jersey City. For Breezy, Andrew Richmond, peace up, A down. If you're looking for, he's always in the A-Town. And my boy, Nubyjas Wilborn, it's the conference. The conference. The three rivers there, Ohio, Allegheny, Monongahela. Those are the three rivers there in Pittsburgh. I'm Larry Ridley, CBS Sports Mad NFL, CFP League 2K Association. That'll do it here from 902 Brewing Company. Shout out to the good folks here in Jersey City and Don, the owner. We'll see you guys on Tuesday, right back here, ISG Football, talking the latest in the NFL, and also a couple of the best Madden players in the world. Have a good week and a good weekend, guys. Enjoy the hoops. See you Tuesday.